115 English men, women, and children vanished from an island 438 years ago and left behind exactly one word carved into wood. Not a warning, not a plea. One word, and the single detail everyone misses is not what they carved, but what they deliberately did not. July 1587. 3 ships drop anchor off a low, sandy island on the edge of the known world. Roanoke. The passengers are not soldiers. They are farmers and tradesmen, wives, children, come to build the first permanent English town in America. But this island was never the plan. Their destination is the Chesapeake, 80 miles north. The expedition's pilot refuses to carry them further and dumps them on Roanoke, beside the ruins of an earlier English fort, where every man left behind had already disappeared. On the 18th of August, a colonist named Eleanor Dare gives birth. The child is Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. 9 days later, her grandfather sails for England. Governor John White does not want to go, but only he has the standing to bring back supplies. He promises to return within months. Then, the Spanish Armada sails. Every seaworthy ship in England is seized for the defense of the realm. Months become 1 year, then 2, then 3. August the 18th, 1590. White finally wades ashore on Roanoke. It is his granddaughter's 3rd birthday. The settlement is empty, but it is not destroyed. The houses have been carefully taken apart, not burned. The heavy iron and the small boats are gone. There are no bodies, no graves, no sign whatsoever of a fight. Climbing the sandy bank, White finds 3 letters cut into a tree. C-R-O. Then he reaches a defensive palisade the colonists built after he left. And carved into one of the great posts, in fair capital letters, is a single word: CROATOAN. Now here is the detail that changes everything. Before sailing, White had made a secret agreement. If you leave, carve where you are going. If you are forced out in danger, carve a cross above it. White searches that post. There is no cross. In his own account, he says he is joyful because the message means his family walked away calmly to a place he knew. CROATOAN, an island 50 miles south, home to the one tribe that had never betrayed the English. White orders the ships south at once, and then the sea itself intervenes. A vicious storm hits. The anchor cables snap. The captains refuse the shoals and turn for England. John White never sees America, or his family, again. For 4 centuries, the theories multiply. Massacre, starvation, the Spanish, a lost voyage home. But not one grave, not one skeleton, not one wreck has ever been found. Then, in 2012, curators at the British Museum examine a watercolor map John White himself painted, and notice 2 small paper patches glued to its surface. They light the map from beneath. Under one patch, hidden for 400 years, is a drawn symbol for a fort, roughly 50 miles inland, at the head of Albemarle Sound. Archaeologists dig there. They find border-ware pottery, found at only 2 other places in all of North America: Roanoke Island and Jamestown. But 80 miles away, another team has been digging for over a decade on Hatteras Island, the island the CROATOAN people actually lived on. In 2025, they announce what one archaeologist calls the smoking gun. Buried in a Native American refuse layer dated to the late 1500s, 2 heavy deposits of hammer scale. Flakes of iron that fly off a forge when a blacksmith strikes hot metal. Understand why that matters. Beads can be traded. Swords can be traded. Nobody trades worthless iron flakes. Hammer scale cannot travel. It means English hands were working iron in that village. Not every expert is convinced. Critics answer that later traders could have left it, and that until someone finds a 16th century English burial with English DNA, nothing is proven. But look at the 2 sets of evidence together. English objects 50 miles inland. English forge work on CROATOAN. Perhaps the colony was never one story at all. Perhaps 115 desperate people did the obvious thing and split up. And in 1701, an English surveyor named John Lawson visits Hatteras and records that the people there tell him their ancestors were white and could read from books. So maybe the word on that post was never a mystery. Maybe it was an address, and the only man who could read it was blown out to sea. Were they lost? Or did we simply refuse to look where they told us they had gone? Tell me what you believe.